Hi, you're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K, broadcasted from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida. I'm flipping the pages of a book called Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. Every person carries a somewhat different genetic code and is exposed from birth to different environmental influences. Then the author continues, there are no such things as rights in biology. There are only organs, abilities and characteristics. Birds fly not because they have a right to fly, but because they have wings. And it's not true that these organs, abilities and characteristics are unalienable. Many of them undergo constant mutations and may well be completely lost over time. The ostrich is a bird that lost its ability to fly, so unalienable rights should be translated into mutable characteristics. And then the author continues to make some interesting observations. Ever since the cognitive revolution, sapiens have thus been living in a dual reality. On the one hand, the objective reality of rivers, trees and lions, and on the other hand, the imagined reality of gods, nations and corporations. As time went by, the imagined reality became even more powerful, so that today the very survival of rivers, trees and lions depends on the grace of imagined entities such as nations and Google. The ability to create an imagined reality out of words enabled large number of strangers to cooperate effectively, but it also did something more. Science, large-scale human cooperation, is based on myth. The way people cooperate can be altered by changing the myths, by telling different stories. Under the right circumstances, myths can change rapidly. In 1789, the French population switched almost overnight from believing in the myth of the divine right of kings to believing in the myth of the sovereignty of the people. Well, the author's premises of finding connection between biology, myths and realities makes Sapiens one very interesting book. And now let's focus on our guests tonight.
Whoa, whoa, yeah.
Hi, this is John Vargas with 510 Jazz. You're listening to the smooth sounds of Light Lounge with Dimitri K.
As always, John Vargas and 510 Jazz are coming with an exciting tune, Tropical Delight.
It's like surfing, wading in the ocean. All I see is stillness, not a wave to carry me home. Let's go. Looking, trying to find it just right. Walking on the white sand. Not a single person inside. Here we go, tropical toast. Here we go, tropical. Oh, here we go, tropical toast. Here we go, tropical. It's the birds in the trees waving in cool breeze. Here we go, it's so tropical. The waves in the sand as I hold your hand. Girl, you know you're my tropical. Your delight, just right. Waiting on my tropic delight. Flying down the canopy line. Wishing now we'd stay here for life. So now we dreaming, scheming, planning for an extra big trip. Let's go. Fearing that a flight is nearing. Hard to break away from this life. The summer warm days last long. The cold when the nights are gone. When loneliness lingers on, the care is a rising sun. It's just like a winter snow globe that captures the space and time. So when the vacation's over, we'll have a refrain in mind. Yeah, go on and pick it up. Take me to my happy place. Shake it like some tropical trees, swaying by the ocean shore. Delight. Go on and pick it up. Take me to my happy place. Break it like the tropical waves, crashing on the sandy shore. Delight.
I ain't ready to leave yet. The sandy shores of Playa Manuel Antonio in Costa Rica. We had the same feeling at the beautiful lagoons of Coalina. We gotta enjoy the moment, babe. Let's make a splash. And baby Layla will catch a wave next time too. God is good.
And after 5-1 Jazz and Tropical Delight, let's step in Nevada.
Hi, my name is Joseph Patrick Moore, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K.
We're listening to Ever Changing. And now let's listen to The Simple Life, a tune from Otmaro Ruiz and Bruno Mangueira. After the simple life, let's enjoy Radam Schwartz and Between the Sheets. Life is better than listening to a commercial radio station playing endlessly a few resembling songs. If you feel that way, you came at the right place. Light Lounge with Dimitri K plays the best award winners and independent artists around the world. And right now, let's see who are our interview guests tonight. Rich Hopkins has been a part of the American music scene since 1985. Tonight we're going to listen to tracks from his recent project involving a few co-writes with other musicians and most notably with the young and talented Hannah Novak from Houston. Welcome to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. Rich.
Hi Dimitri, this is Rich Hopkins.
We're listening to Upside of Down.
Yeah, the last couple songs that I just recorded with the Luminarios were with Hannah Novak from Houston, Texas on vocals.
Please tell us something more about Hannah Novak, Rich.
Hannah's a 21-year-old singer-songwriter who has primarily grown up in the church down in Houston and has been leading worship in the church she worked at. And she's an amazing singer. She just started branching out into some secular music just recently. And so my wife, Lisa Novak, and I are very proud to have her singing with us on our new songs, The Upside of Down,
which we just heard,
and the other song is called Big Star,
which we right now listening.
We just recorded these songs in Austin, Texas with engineer and producer Lars Goranson. And these songs are part of a collection of individual songs I'm recording for a new record that I hope comes out this summer. Right now we're releasing just singles. The first 7 songs will be released individually until the end of April.
And now let's hear the voice of 22 years old, Hannah Novak.
Hi, I'm Hannah Novak from Houston, Texas, and you're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. I'm the featured vocalist on Upside is Down by Rich Hopkins and the Luminarios. We wrote Upside is Down to remind people that even when life is a mess and it feels like there's nothing we can do, we always have the ability to change our own perspective on the situation. Seeing the bright side is up to us. Thanks for listening.
And now the full version of Big Star.
A big star in my little sky. You never could make up your mind. You always trailed so far ahead, misunderstood and I misled you. Can't seem to reach you, God how I tried.
Just can't seem to see the gray. I will wait for you. It's all I can do. I will wait for you.
You're slowly fading from my sight. Now the big stars become a tiny light. I know I'll reach you. It takes time.
Even though you walked away, the only thing I have to say, I will wait for you. It's all I can do. I will
Rich, you toured the USA, climbed the college media journal charts. In 1991, you formed the Luminarios band, produced 30 new records and toured yearly in Germany, Europe, and was one of the first artists signed to Germany's Blue Rose Records. Quite a spectacular career, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been playing music more or less professionally since about 1987. I started off here in Tucson with a band called the Sidewinders. Actually, we formed the band in 1985 and didn't really get going with record contracts until about 1988. And we were very fortunate. We've been on Mammoth Records, RCA Records, Atlas Records, Polygram Records. So we did a lot of touring from about 1988 to 93. And around 91, we had to change our name from the Sidewinders to the Sand Rubies due to a lawsuit. There was a band from North Carolina called Sidewinder, and they sued us. So anyway, we changed our name, made a record on Atlas Polygram called the Sand Rubies. And the band kind of stalled out around 1994. But it was during that time I started doing the Luminarios as a side project, as something to do.
And obviously Luminarios held its ground till now.
And when I first started off, it was really just me and a bunch of friends co-writing songs, and I got a little record deal in Germany with a label. I believe they were called Still Sane. And then I hooked up with another company out there called Enemy Records. After Enemy Records, I hooked up with a label called Blue Rose Records from Abstadt, Germany. And I've been on that label for, I guess, 27 years, and they've released every single record I've ever done since then, including some Sidewinders and Sand Rubies records. So I've been very fortunate to have hooked up with such a great label. And I've done a lot of touring in Europe, mostly in Germany, but I've been to many other countries over there. And so I feel very, very grateful. It's been a great ride over there, and I hope to maybe someday get back there.
Germany and Europe in general has always been hungry for an American music, and you obviously have been at the right place in the right time.
I actually started my career, so to speak, when I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Paraguay, South America in 1981. That's where I actually started playing guitar, down in a country called Paraguay, South America. And when I was down there, I had a lot of time on my hands, and I just played a lot of guitar. I met a couple people, one from the village, this guy named Concepcion Romero, and he taught me a lot about different Latin American rhythms and songs. And then I started writing songs with a friend of mine who was in the Peace Corps who played flute. So we had a little duo as well. So that's kind of where it all started, from 81, 82, 83. And then when I came back to the US, it would be a few more years until I started the genesis of the Sidewinders.
It sounds like you had the best of two worlds, a mission to accomplish with the Peace Corps, and time to prepare yourself for a future of creative life ahead. That sounds to me a real gift, and we're listening one of your new songs, The Gift.
much I love you. If I don't do it now, I never will.
I'm really enjoying your lush guitar solos and your signature sound. And as a composer producer myself, I understand your unwavering dedication to music, which does not stop your commitment to giving back. Volunteer, take part in Big Brothers and Big Sisters program, concerts and benefits for Casa Maria Soup Kitchen. It seems that giving back gives you more creative energy.
One of the joys of my life has been being able to give back to my fellow man. I have been a big brother in the program Big Brother, Big Sister here in Tucson and in Houston. I've done it twice with two young boys. It's been a great, great privilege and such a great time and experience getting to know these young boys who've turned out to be really nice men. So yeah, I believe in sharing and giving back to the community. One of the other things that I've been involved with here in Tucson is there's a soup kitchen on the south side of Tucson called Casa Maria Soup Kitchen, and I've been going down there for about 25 years on and off and volunteering. And I also got involved doing benefit concerts with them. We've done, I think, about 25 concerts over the years, and we do them once a year at Thanksgiving, so we tie it into Thanksgiving, and it's turned out to be a great benefit. We've actually had some somewhat famous people be a part of it, not just Tucson bands, but mostly it's been Tucson bands participating. But we've had bands like Calexico. We had Giant Sand, they're from Tucson. Calexico was from Tucson. Country Joe McDonald from Berkeley, California. Those are a few of the people. But it's always a great time and a great success.
What you say is very inspirational for all of us. When you were needed, you always been there. And we're listening one of your new songs, Always Be There.
I gave you the stars and moon. I did it all just for you, to brighten up and light your way. But in the dark you stood. I'd turn your head if I could. You always look the other way. Hey, hey, girl, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, if you'd only look, you'd see I'll always be there. I gave you your heart and soul. You wouldn't let go of control. Always have to have your way. Begging me for more proof. A sign you say just to show you. Just look around you every day.
Tracking down your biography, I see that you struggle against mediocrity and complacency. That pretty much reminds me of the Darwinian theory about natural selection. Change is permanent, adaptation is the solution. That seems to apply to your life too.
Interesting question about Darwin. Change. Well, hopefully we all believe that change is important. That's how we grow and learn. I guess what I need to say about that is I've had to learn to grow up and make some changes in my life. I did grow up in an alcoholic home, and so I saw a lot of very negative behaviors, and it affected me. And I had my own problems with addiction as well. But I am grateful that I got into recovery, 12-step recovery, about 20 years ago. And 12-step recovery has taught me that I need a higher power, God, to help make the change real. And so I am so grateful that I got the help I needed. So I do believe in change, and changing behaviors is very, very difficult. We can talk about it all day long, but it takes a lot of work, and I'm really grateful for my belief in God, and I do believe God has given me the strength to face up and look at my mistakes and hopefully help me become a better person. And I do believe in Darwin to a certain degree, but I'm also a believer that God made this universe. So that's where I stand.
We're not going to debate natural selection versus one creator hypothesis. You had your own challenges, but you were able to successfully overcome them and to become your own person you are today. Understand that your life with your wife Lisa is centered and balanced, and you're making music that you love. Was it easy to achieve that balance?
Yeah, one of the big changes, positive changes in my life was meeting my wife, Lisa Novak, who's from Houston, Texas. She's a musician. She was also a professional hairdresser. She owned her own beauty salon, and so she did both, which is really hard, but she's a success. I met her over 30 years ago when I was on tour with the Sidewinders, passing through Texas. I remember we talked a little bit, but nothing came out of that because I was married at the time, and I think she was too. But years later, we met under different circumstances when I was on tour with the Luminarios, and we played a show together in Houston at a place called Rudyard's. And there was a little bit of an attraction, but I think we were both dating other people, so that took a couple years to kind of work out. So Lisa is a very talented musician. We started our relationship through music, and it turned into a romance, and we started doing music together about 16 years ago. We did a record, our first album together, called Loveland, and I would write some music here in Tucson and she would do it in Texas, and then we'd get together and we'd record, and we put out a little record called Loveland by Rich Hopkins and Lisa Novak on Blue Rose Records. And then we got back to the business of the Luminarios, and Lisa became my songwriting partner, just like Dave Slutz from the Sidewinders had been my co-writing partner for many years. And so Lisa and I have been together almost 17, 18 years, and we've been married about 11. And so, yeah, she's been in the band. She's been on countless tours with me. We co-write. So we do a lot together, and it can be difficult sometimes being together all the time. But that's what drew us together, was that we both love to create, and we chose to do it together. So I'm really grateful for all the great music, and now we're writing really great songs together. I mean, I think the stuff like Big Star and Upside Down are just two examples of how much we've grown. And Lisa's very melodic. I usually write the music. She writes a lot of the lyrics, and she's a great singer in her own right. So it's been a really good relationship. But like all relationships, it does take work to stay together and work through our problems. So I think life has gotten a lot better in some respects as my relationship with God has gotten stronger. Thank you.
Yes, it takes work to find balance and stay together, and you did it successfully.
He's been down some dark roads, charmed her with stories she didn't want to know, always searching high and low for an angel, an angel. There she stood in the light, bathed in beauty, she seemed so bright. She stepped right in, boy, she was an angel. Hey, I must confess, I'm not the best at being alone. So maybe let's just take a chance, for we'll never know. We'll never know. He dug himself in so many holes. How he clawed out, I'll never know. Just riding out the highs and lows with his angel. Hey, I must confess, I'm not the best.
From the listeners of Light Lounge with Dimitri K, let's wish Rich Hopkins to continue to entertain European and American audiences with new exciting music. And before saying goodbye, where can the listeners buy your music, Rich?
How to Buy Records from Rich Hopkins. I do have a record store here in Tucson, Arizona called Hurricane Records. It's at 636 North 4th Avenue, Tucson, Arizona. Or better, you can write me at my personal email, rhopkins3 at mindspring.com, mindspring.com, rhopkins3. And I can sell you any record you like from the Luminarios or the Sidewinders. Most of my records, all my records came out in Europe, so Blue Rose Records has released many records over there. And so the easiest way to do it is get in touch with me here in the United States, and I'll be glad to sell you whatever you'd like. Also, we have a Facebook page on Facebook called Hurricane Records, and Rich Hopkins and the Luminarios has a Facebook page as well. So please feel free to get in touch with me through any of those methods. And Dimitri, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye.
It has been a pleasure, Rich. I wish you more and creative music for the years to come. You're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. It's time to say goodbye. And remember, hesitation is temporary, music lasts forever. Most of the artists you heard on this show are independent artists. And if you like some of them, you can Google the name and find them on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and the rest of the digital media, and that would be a great support for them. For any comments, suggestions, and feedback, please email me at kopublishing@gmail.com. I'm Dimitri K, broadcasting from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida.